E te iwi tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa I tēnei pō. Kia ora everybody, Jay Wilson here from Te Pai Pai Waho, connecting to you tonight through a number of different platforms and just sending out a big mihi to everybody, mindful of all of the challenges that people have been going through up north and along the coast. Taira witi rere atu ki te mataua Maui. Putanoa. Sending a heap of love out. And e mei ana kia koutou o tira ki tātou. E tangi ana ki o tātou mate. Te unga kwariro atu I roto I ngā uiu o te wā. Tatu atu kia koe te rangatira. Te kaitango pikitia I roto I ngā tau maa. Koutou ki koutou, tātou kia tātou. E ui nei tēnei pō kia ora katoa tātou. So, Tūi. Tuia is the kaupapa for tonight, and wanted to just reconnect because we did parera last week, and I forgot to share one other thing about the parera, is that a hau parera, different to parera, which is the bird, but the hau parera is a nor'wester. And in some places that hau is called a hau kai tangata. So just finishing off that. But tonight we're talking about the tui. And the tui is a beautiful bird. It's got a stunning colour, and though from a distance it looks black, but then you see the green and blue through it. It's just a stunning bird. And has a beautiful song, and because of that, the tui is revered in te ao Māori culture. And so there are many references to tui, and I think they're all complementary references. And so I've shared a few in the detail of this post, and I'm going to cover them. So there's Kōkō Tūī, and grammatically it's tui, even though we call it a tui. But Kōkō Tūī, and the kōkō is one word for an orator. A Kōkō Tūī is a great orator. People often refer to it as a great singer, but I know the great singer as a Korokoro Tūī. Me he Korokoro Tūī, there's a sign that it's as if you sound like a tui. And so the tui sings a beautiful song, but the tui always has kōrero and messages to guide us. And therefore, a good orator can be compared to a tui. And the thing I like about the tui is it says its stuff and then it gets on with it. And that's probably a really good message for us. I know I can go on a bit too much sometimes, and if I look at the examples of high kōrero in the past, they were always succinct. You just need to look at the return of the troops from World War II, where you would have expected people wanted to have a long kōrero. But most of those recordings, they're short. They're not even 3 minutes long. And similar to the tui, it has a beautiful kōrero, but it's always short and succinct. And so that's the tui. And the thing with the tui is, coupled with its beauty, it then can conjure up a whole lot of metaphors about beauty, about good leadership. And the tui is also... there are a number of different words, and so kōkō can also be referred to as a male tui. And I know in my tribe we say kotahi tui nā pāmoana, kōkō pāmoana. And in that case, it's a reference to one of our ancestors who was able to get the best tui of the lot. And so it's a sign of victory, but also a sign of respect that in a battle, we got the head honcho, and therefore you got the person who was like a tui. And there's a flip side to that, because like many other stories, that same tribe, our cousins, then won other battles. Tērā, tērā. But you get a kōkō for a male, you get a kōrako as another term for a male or an older tūi. And then you get the Korokoro Tūī, which is the singer, and ngā Korokoro Tūī, ngā Manu ti ori ori, is a reference often given to beautiful singers, but also to te pai wahine o te marae. And that's an important point. I said te pai wahine, because with the paipai, and the tui is always connected to the paipai is not gender specific. And that's why I never mihi to the kai karanga or the kai kōrero. Specifically, I acknowledge te paipai, because the paipai is non-gender specific. Just because those fellas sit on those chairs doesn't mean that they're the only ones connected to the paipai. So there should always be recognition that there's a balance. And that's why those sitting in those front seats under the roro, that's still part of the paipai. But we've created all of these ideas of tapu around the seat, when as soon as the pohiri's over, it's just a seat again. Just like once the pohiri's over, you can throw a ball on the marae again. Some maraes don't like that, but technically, kua noa. Hoi anō, I won't upset people with that. The third kōrero that I've referred to tonight is Tuia i te pūaotanga. And that's a reference to a waiata by my koro, my great-grandfather, Kiko, which was made famous by Sonny Abraham, Joe Tirito and others, connected to Queen Vic, where my grandfather's brother, Koro Paul, he gifted it to Queen Vic, or to Sonny and them to play with. And Kiko originally is a tau parapara, which was then transferred into a waiata tawhito, and then we've used it as a poi, a poi manu, and then also we use it as a haka. But there's a reference. Ka wakarongo ki te tangi a te kawa. No. Second, koa ka. Kia wakatau ki te manu tui. Tuia i te pūaotanga. And let us listen to the proverbial wisdom of the tui, who says, unite at the dawning of the day. And I refer to that because in this context, the tui is talking about, the reference to the tui is around strong, solid leadership and utilizing certain periods of time, like dawn, to do certain ceremonies to help unite people and take them on a journey to achieve what's best for them. And in the case of Kiko, to cross over the river or cross over whatever the boundary might be to find something better for you. And so, tuia i te pūaotanga. Kia waka purua ki te remo te uia. We'll discuss that when we talk about huia. But that's it, te iwi. I just wanted to share a few things about the tui. And remember that it's a stunning bird. I've been fortunate to see a tui tea or tui mā a few times now, each time I've been on the river. The first time I saw one was at Paukaria, myself and Pa Max Mariu. We were paddling together, causing havoc, having heaps of water fights with everybody. But yeah, that's a tui tea. So kāti ake, e me I kaua tu ana. All the best to everybody at Te Matatini. I'll be there tomorrow. Nō reira, e me I kaua tu ana, kia tātou e tui ana, ana ki roto o tāma ki makaurau, ki te wakanui I tō tātou Māoritanga, mā roto I ngā ama I āringa, tēnā koutou, rire au. Pai mā rire. Pō mā rire. Kia ora everybody.